Okay, well, the smart meters are actually, it's worth saying, a small part of the smart grid. Smart meters on their own, they're smart because they can communicate with the electricity company, and they also record your electricity usage every half hour or perhaps even more frequently. And these give the government and utilities the ability to create innovative tariff structures where the electricity is more expensive at times where it's more costly to deliver it, and more cheaper to you, the household, when it's cheaper to deliver it. Now that gives you the option of shifting your usage and therefore reducing your load in the short term, reducing your cost in the short term. We've already seen a bit of that technology now. A few companies are floating those sort of technologies as part of their standard product offerings. And already they're advising you on how you might shift your usage in order to save money.
Tell us about, I hear that sometimes around the world, energy companies that have access to this kind of technology, for example, can turn off air conditioners or freezers for a tiny amount of time to really manage demand at peak, and that can save, you know, both emissions and money over the long term. How does that work?
Well, that's right. So the way this works is that by turning off remotely, and this is, must say, it's purely with the customer's agreement. This is not going to be, and it's not even possible to be done really, because you can just unplug that appliance if you're not happy with what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so that we're going to have cooperation from all the consumers, and therefore collectively, by turning off for a short period of time your air conditioner or the compressor on your fridge or even your pool pump, and doing this in a cyclic way across a suburb, they can, with minor inconvenience to the users, they can reduce the highest demand periods, or the amount of highest demand, down by potentially quite significant amounts. Now, because electricity is generally not storable until the new battery technologies come in, the system to deliver electricity to your homes had to be built for that highest demand moment. Even if it's for 5 minutes, they have to build that, all the power lines, the transmission system.
And that's what gets really expensive in terms of our bills, right?
That's right. So if you can reduce that peak, if you can bust that peak down to something really low, then you can save on infrastructure. Or if you can reduce the rate at which this peak demand grows as the economy grows, then the rate of increase in the costs of that infrastructure will also be lower.